Hello everyone, Troy Coe from Reality Defense Training. This is Stefan Shively, instructor of Reality Defense Training. We're going to continue the dismantling of boxing today. We're going to address the rear cross, what they would call the rear cross. Now, just so we understand, we have lead jab and rear jab punches in Reality Defense. Lead cross, lead hook, rear hook. As far as I can tell, boxers call their lead hand strike their jab, and their rear hand either a rear hook, rear uppercut, or rear cross. Recently, we've seen a lot of videos online about how to hit harder with more power, and they use the term strength and whatnot. The human body generates power three ways. Locomotion, which is stepping. Inclination is leaning, and rotation, of course, is rotation. When you put those together in a proper order, that's where you get your technique from. The thing that I don't understand about boxing is universally, I'll have Stefan just kind of demonstrate this in the air. They rotate their body evenly, their torso. And they say you don't want to torque it too much or turn like this. This is how you get power. If you watch someone swing a baseball bat, a tennis racket, golf club, you'll see that they segment their body. When boxers move in, they tend to move in with both feet, having locomotion. There's a lot of other aspects to power that we're going to get into later, but just to kind of show that you can, even if you box and punch like boxers do, you can increase your power quite a bit. What we're going to do is have Stefan demonstrate hitting a pad on my body here and moving me or not moving me or moving me more to illustrate the difference between the power. Okay, now I'm going to stand like I did in my last video, basically flat-footed. Now, being right-handed, as Stefan is, his right hand is going to have more power. And this is an area that I'll agree with in boxing, that you get more power with the rear hand, obviously. A right-handed rear cross in Reality Defense is a devastating punch. But we will hit pretty much as hard with the rear hand as well due to the distance. But I'm going to stand here like I did yesterday. Okay, and I'm going to have to do this face the camera. And one of the issues that where you lose power is the hand kind of traveling down center here. And then, again, like we were showing yesterday in the video about showing bone, where this is easier to see. Okay. Now I'm going to have Stefan throw a right-handed rear cross the way we would throw it. He's going to step, he's going to rotate, and he's going to lean. All these things together. Again, I'll stand the exact same way, and you'll see a marked difference here. A little higher, please. A little higher? Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to have him put his right side forward and throw a rear cross as we would throw it. Now, as illustrated earlier, when boxers throw their rear cross, they just rotate and the hand kind of stays on center. Now, you lose a lot of energy with the elbow down and out like that, as well as the issue with the knuckles on the hand. Go ahead and stand in our stance, a little bit wider. Now, the rotation and the inclination, when he takes a step and opens up and throws a rear cross, see that he moves his head offline, and the forearm is thrown a lot more straight. This allows you to hit with the entire front portion of your fist instead of trying to isolate two knuckles. Okay. Now we're going to illustrate how linking locomotion, inclination, and rotation together creates much more power than just trying to torque the body or just move the body forward in a discombobulated timing. So this is very much like throwing a baseball, where you're going to step, then punch. Now, generally we would engage with the lead hand to keep a person occupied because it's much harder to see, engages much more quickly, it starts closer to the bad guy, and follow up with a rear hand. But if you were going to throw a rear hand by itself, you would step, then punch. With a lead jab, you step and punch, or lead hand strike. Basically, you will step and punch at the same time. You don't have time to take a step and then hit. It's very, very telegraphic. Notice that when he throws the rear cross, his drive leg or his rear foot is staying on the ground as much as possible. Now, in addition to generating more power, locomotion, inclination, and rotation increase your range, your ability to reach. Obviously, stepping closer makes you closer. Leaning closer makes you closer. And rotating can also make you closer. So if you kind of do all of those things, you can hit further away. Okay? So taking a step, that's why you can keep your foot on the ground generally. When you hit, boom, everything is aligned all the way down to the ground. Newton states for every action, there's an opposite equal reaction. And that applies to everything. So if he's not planted on the ground, you're going to lose power. Okay? You lose power in the lower back being too upright. Hitting with your elbow out like this, you lose energy as well. So you notice I'll have him throw a lead jab, rear cross, about half speed. And you can see how this kind of comes together. There you go. And kind of mentioning from yesterday's video how boxing, they will swat at the pads. It doesn't train the fighter to target, to hit a stationary target like that. Again, like I said, people, they do this and go over the top and everything in a nice pattern. That's good for rhythm, I suppose, but not for targeting or for generating power. Because if you're slapping like this, it sounds cool, but you really don't know how hard a person's hitting. You can do more with using a focus mitt to focus your striking. See you next time.